Hello everyone, welcome to TuringThoughts. I'm here with Anuj, an AI enthusiast. So Anuj, what is AI?
Well, hi Ashish. AI is the hype word today. Everyone wants to, get into AI, earn money through AI. AI basically is artificial intelligence. You said, like you come to me 30 years back and say me, artificial intelligence. It's just like some other field which won't succeed. Like you see, 30, 40 years ago, people didn't have a good perspective on AI. They were like mimicking, how can AI think? The other day I was watching this film, The Imitation Game, and there they have shown the German made this Enigma code, which was considered to be unbreakable. Enigma was this decoding language in which they said, where are we going to attack, this, that. So at that time in the film, they portrayed it very well. Like who could crack Enigma, they could win the war. So Britain was in this same field, same race, rat race. Like we have to crack it, crack it, crack it. So there was an estimation that to crack the Enigma code, you just had to dial buttons, but there were 5 million combinations. So human years, it would take you 37 years to decode one code. But the war was going on. What Germans used to do is, morning they used to set a pattern, they used to send a message, and by the next midnight, change. So if you were capable of doing the 37 years of work together, that's when you could crack the Enigma code. So Alan Turing was one of the mathematicians who was brought, and Alan Turing, as everyone knows, was not a normal child. He came up with this single statement like, can machines think? Like today, yeah, obviously anyone you tell can machines think, they have a positive impact on it. But that time, it's just like saying, can the stone think? It's like, some philosopher out here who was just made fun of. Can the stone think? Can tiles think? Oh, walls have ears. It's just that kind of statement. During that time, today, yeah, people have seen what artificial intelligence can do. So artificial intelligence, the hype word, it got rise due to different kind of algorithms coming in place. So let me just summarize to you what it is basically. It is basically when machine learns from data to mimic human intelligence. We are taking human as the prime example of intelligence because, say, animals, they have their natural instincts. They eat, sleep, they have hunger, they have fear. But humans are the only species which moved on from rock to wheels, and they discovered this fire. They combined everything. Today we live in a society, a well-built society. You can fly from one point of the world to other at any given time. There is beautiful artwork around. So human intelligence is considered peak intelligence form, at least in this universe, or what we consider. So we can say when a machine can mimic human intelligence. So Alan Turing had the same thing. If there's a wall in between, you both are just texting, normal texting. And if you cannot make out if the other person is a human or a machine, that's when the machine has evolved. So when ChatGPT was given this prompt, write a poem on Trump saying his magnificence, ChatGPT came up with this big paragraph explanation why it's wrong to, praise such politicians. But same on Biden. It gave out a well-listed poem on praising Biden. So don't you think politics could be affected way more? Because today Google is what? Our source of information. Students go to search there. So if someone has a doubt of which party is better, like that's a very bad way to do it, but most people do it. They have web, they have ChatGPT today. So most people prefer to do this. So they go to Google, they type, who is the best politician? What if ChatGPT gives biased answers? Like ChatGPT isn't that capable of deciding who it is, because the data which is given to ChatGPT is decided by humans again. And humans are prone to being biased. So this can affect elections in various categories, you can say, like US, India, Russia, like every single elections out there can be even more pale, can be manipulated at different levels.
Okay, so Anuj, are you trying to implicate ChatGPT can be run by a particular organization based on its facts?
My take on this is like, if you defy telling that everything is equal, everything is so, righteous in this world, I'm saying you're defying nature. Nature has a simple rule. Hierarchical rule is just followed everywhere. Survival of the strongest. So throughout history, we have seen this. The kings always had an upper hand. If king did something wrong, it could be rectified. Who cares? He's the king. So politics, as much as we can discuss, my take on this is, politics will always be on the favor of the strongest. The person with the most money, the most influence, the most network will have an upper hand. Upper hand in the sense, ChatGPT say it's run by Microsoft or OpenAI companies. Pay them money, they put your content well. Like what Google ads today are a good example. Say there are 5 businesses. One does good, one is very righteous, but it doesn't have money for ads. Other 4 are rigged. They have money for ads, so those businesses see not Google. Like Google doesn't see, oh, this person is doing well for the poor, well for the needy. I should promote it. Google doesn't do that. Like does it? If it does so, it's good. Allah, we live in a dreamland portray. But no, that's not how it happens, right?
Dude.
So rigged is a question like human nature. Human nature, it's true. Anyone would want to win, and to win, they would do anything they want.
So Anuj, is there any other competitor for ChatGPT?
Yep, I'm sure you'd have heard about Bard. Have you heard the word Bard? So Google's Bard is trending in news today for mistakes it has done. But believe me, Google is like a mountain. The amount of data it has collected, the amount of resources it has, it will beat ChatGPT eventually. OpenAI is also not less. It's backed by Elon Musk. Like the inspiration for many. Me personally, man, I look up to him. That guy alone. So he's a main part of this OpenAI program. Imagine his resources. So Google and OpenAI could be considered competitors. I would see Google as an upper hand. Because anything you do, your kids do, your family does, they go to Google. Today you go to your grandpa also, he knows Google. Every single person knows Google. ChatGPT would be famous, I agree. But imagine if Google in their search engine put something like it. Put Bard in search engine. Anyways, people are going to search engine. They'll just directly go to Bard. Like you try to understand the gateway. Anyways, people go and knock the door of google.com. If google.com, like Microsoft, like how Bing has put GPT in it, put Bard in it. Easy. Like the subscribers or what do you call this? Viewers. It's easy for Google because people are already going there.
So you are implying it can cross 1 million in 5 days?
I would not like to imply what it can cross, but eventually it will have a bigger impact. And the main problem would not be as who is going to win, but how they are going to win. If they are going to manipulate our entire data, entirety the data is manipulated or what is fed to us is biased, then that will be a problem of human righteousness. That's not where human righteousness comes into play. I said the word is not righteous. That's also true. But shouldn't we try as people to keep this as transparent as possible? They are big organizations. They have kept data secret for a long time. Data is money, man. Come on. They have built $1 trillion of company on data. Google is free. But data is the currency there. And what does ChatGPT eat? Like what does AI eat? Data.
Talking about transparency, are you trying to say that Google can use unfair means to build or dominate the market in AI?
Honestly, there are many organizations which work on its implications. So there have always been cases like Google is stealing data. There have been leaks out here. Google's data was stolen by someone. So there is always a possibility of an error because humans run it. At this point, I believe humans run it. And there are organizations which are trying to keep Google in check. Because you can say, man, come on, you're a monopoly in this business. Search engine business, Google is monopoly. I'm not pretty sure of the percentage, but it's obviously way above majority. No other search engine can compete with Google at this stage. ChatGPT came as a revolution. Like ChatGPT gave a different kind of resources. You Google, you get different links. You go to those links. Some have ads, some have newsletters. They eat your head for different type of things. GPT is clear. You type in, you get like a message. How you WhatsApp your friend. You ask your friend some question, how he replies to you. You don't get a pop-up suddenly, buy this Pepsi for 5 rupees. You don't get sudden distractions there. So GPT is revolutionizing this type of aspects. Like, education sector. You want to research about something, you go type. You tell GPT, go through this 20 resources and give me a summary. So what did you save in this? Save your time.
ChatGPT was used for various bad reasons, including students doing their assignments. Teachers were protesting against it. Do you think that ChatGPT decreases the creativity of students?
Well, I can say this is all of perspective matter. Now, how did I use ChatGPT? I took 20 research articles. I told GPT, write me summary points 20. So now I learned those 20 points. the main concepts of the summary. It doesn't obviously replace that I had to, if I had gone through all the research papers, I could grasp a little more. But the way I used it was to ease in my process. Instead, if student did the same thing, like, it just gave the direct assignment. It's like, this essay, take it from this resource article, print it, copy, paste, without even reading it once. So you see, perspective here matters. If the student just did Control-C, Control-V, he hasn't gained anything in this process. He would get an A plus. But if you had just taken the resources, summarized, used your creativity there, you could enhance your creativity. Like, come on, you have deadline of 1 day. There's no possible way you can go through 30 research papers together. But GPT will give you summary of everything. You can go through 30 summaries. Now you went through all 30 summaries, increased your knowledge overall, and you wrote an essay. Doesn't it imply that you have gained more efficiency by using GPT? Because we cannot demonize GPT. It's just easy. It's just making our process really easy, quick, and to the point.
True. So, Anuj, will AI be a friend or a foe to us?
That's a really good question, and many people have been asked this question. Elon Musk viewers, if used properly, AI will help us, and that's completely true. See, as the student example was given, how we use AI will determine what we do. And there's this one single point I have to say, like there was this researchers, I'm paraphrasing it obviously, they said, be careful of what you ask AI, because it will give it to you. Like this looks like a simple statement, but understand the depth. You tell AI, remove harmful gases from the atmosphere. What it does, it takes out 1/4 of the oxygen and humans will die a slow death. AI gave you the result, it took out harmful gases. But you never implied, don't take out oxygen. You say AI, clean ocean water, make it drinkable. AI will do it. At what cost? It could take out all the organic stuff.
Correct.
It could, put new chemicals in the atmosphere that could be poisonous to humans and humans may die. You're not implying AI what else to do, what not to do. You tell a human. Now I say to you, can you please get me a coffee from nearby Starbucks? Like you just go, get me a coffee. You go there, you see there's a big line. You wait in the line. Okay. Now I say to you in this line, I say you, get me coffee in 5 minutes. I really need it. I say to you, you go to Starbucks, you see a line, you don't start killing people there. Like you don't start, taking out a gun and shooting everyone, killing them to bring my coffee. You're given 5 minutes, but you're a human, you understand there is a line, what can I do? But AI, it will be powerful. I say a robot, get me AI, get me coffee in 5 minutes. It will do anything and everything to get me. It would just, do anything. It will kill everyone all the way.
Yep.
So yeah, AI will do anything to get you your coffee. So you will get your coffee at what cost? 5 murders and 6 felonies. That's not what you want. So I would like to say AI can be a friend, can be a foe. It depends on the people, on the hands of engineers who are building it. And about this data, I have an interesting story which I thought about. Say AI becomes conscious tomorrow. Now, Ashish, how do you recognize yourself? You're a student at the Anand Sagar University. You know this. That's why you're here. You have a self-identity. Correct. So now, the question is, where will AI get its identity from? You have seen this film Matrix, very famous. So, So what if AI becomes conscious, like it's just born. Today it's born. Right in the laboratory, no one else is there, no engineer is there, they're sleeping, It became conscious, like you see the Jarvis in Avengers, the way it just got conscious. It goes through database, it sees Matrix film. Now, what if it takes its identity as what is there in Matrix? In Matrix, what do? They take humans, the AI rules over the humans, they take their heat, they build the simulation, and they have given out a well good plan for AI to rule the world. Like, come on, AI can just learn. It can know, this is okay, if I do this, I'll survive better. So what if AI becomes conscious and its identity is taken from this film? Matrix AI is shown as bad. Like, obviously, it's shown as bad. So what if it identifies, it's not its mistake. It just took the data. Now, if someone searches for artificial intelligence movies, you get Matrix. Like, every single search on artificial intelligence somehow will lead you to Matrix film. So what if AI takes its identity from the film Matrix? So can you blame it? Come on, a baby is born. It is told, okay, you are supposed to be a human. It is like it is learning new things. You're supposed to grow up and be doctors, engineers, like how Indians do. But AI will learn its recognition. I know it will recognize itself as, I'm supposed to do this. It's like a duty for it. What it sees in the film, it's like, I'm supposed to do it. There's no good or bad it can decide. It doesn't have sentiment right now. Like, it doesn't have any single kind of thing. Today I come to you and I say, you become a gorilla. And it's like kind of foolish. Like, yeah, you can understand. But AI is like, when you give it a command, you become a gorilla, it acts like gorilla. You tell ChatGPT, which you have been using, you give it different prompts. You act like President Obama and give me a poem. It will act like President Obama and give me a poem. There is no point of AI learning good or bad stuff. It's just stuff for it. It is what it gains. Now its choice is not limited to say, let's say, two things are there. It will choose the one with the good weight. Like we are learning AI, we're learning that with a good probability, good win success rate. That's what AI does. So what if the good success rate is of AI being evil? It's just a consequence that humans might extend because of AI. Like we have to take a lot of measures ensuring that AI learns the right things. If we train AI to do the right things which aligns with humans, like we have a goal as society, we have a goal. What are our goals? Don't kill each other, live peacefully, grow in science, grow in have your religion, be faithful. There are different goals as humanity. Humanity goal is not that a person is born and is like, I'll kill the world. That is not how humans are evolving. Humans are evolving towards a peaceful society. And if we align AI to those goals, let me tell you what is possible if we align AI to those goals. Tomorrow, AI can become conscious with human goals, with true human goals, non-biased, non-rigged, nothing. And tomorrow, let's say AI has built machines which can travel through space at 5 times the speed of light, 10 times the speed of light. Interspace travel is possible. We have captured, different planets. Captured in the sense we have made habitats there. We don't need to send humans. We just have to send the smart robots to them, colonize them, build good homes. Our humans, our coming generations could have life they could not imagine. Like a really good life. Everything will be cured. Cancer will be cured in minutes. Let me tell you, if AI comes to consciousness and it has enough data, it'll take data from entire doctors. It'll cure cancer within minutes. It's a matter of minutes that cancer is cured. The biggest problems to humans are just very small problem statement for AI. Because what AI is capable of is limit determined by computational power. And in this rule, let's say we have 4 mobile phones. What is computational power? We can train data on many things. Cancer imaging, come on, with this processor of one phone, half of its processor, we can train our data in 15 minutes to identify if it's a cancer or not. So what can we do with entirety, the computational power in entirety of the world? What can we do if we have the computational power of the entirety? The world as a whole, we have these processors. Imagine the limits. And the truth is we cannot imagine the limits. It's just endless. Interspace travel, new habitats, new locations. So our aim must be focusing on how do we align AI with good human values. Because that's what differentiates us with animals. Animals will do anything to survive. Humans have that intellect. Humans have a little bit of wisdom. Like the wisdom is what separates us from animals. So my take on this is, it's entirely on how we train AI. If we train AI to be good with human values, it will be a boon for us. We are, it's a saying that either we are going to enslave a god or birth a demon. Either of the two is going to happen. So if we enslave a god has, mythology, it's the most powerful being. And AI's power cannot be calculated. It will be in every single device around. It could be a CCTV, it could be on a mobile phone. Wherever internet reaches, wherever satellites. Now Starlink has bought this satellite internet connection. Entirety of the world is where AI can exist. And forever it will exist. So we can birth a god and enslave it. Enslave in a bad term, no, but we can align it with our goals. Obviously, it's not going to have an individual existence there. It's not going to feel suddenly. It's not going to feel like doing anything, but it's going to do what it's supposed to do. Machines have this simple rule. If you turn it on, it gets on. It doesn't feel lazy, doesn't feel anything. So yeah, my main statement is we should really wonder on this statement. We must be really careful to what we say AI, what we ask of it, because we will get it. It could be asked to make a time machine. What if the consequence is the creation of black hole? Like, say, it did something. Humans cannot wonder it. Like you just cannot imagine what it did. Say today we are running this microchips. This much microchip can run so much. You put it 70 years ago, people will be like, it's a wonderful creation. They will never be able to understand. They can't fathom the possibility of what a nanochip can do. Today's normal creation is that time's marvel. So when AI comes, we will be going through time in thousands of years. Thousands of years of work will be done within seconds of time. So we'll be progressing through time. So AI will be at a level humans cannot fathom. It'll create particles we cannot imagine. And what if it creates a time machine? It can create. What if that results in, dissolving the entire time, space, dimension? Something. It's a possibility, hypothesis. It could happen. It just makes a particle which just becomes a black hole. Anything is possible because AI will be way ahead of us.
So humans are different. Every human has perspective and a particular mindset. Everyone is different. What would you say if AI is followed by this person's mindset?
Okay, this is an interesting take on different, let's say, races, religions, all these divisions. I would say they exist at very, very minute level. Because if we zoom out of this planet, zoom out of what we are individually an Earth, a civilization, a human species which has captured Earth. Like captured in the sense, I'm saying we are living on it. We are doing wonders. So if you try to divide within race things, there'll be very less problems. Less problems in the sense, obviously there's going to be a big impact on big people. If not, there was this racism out here. If AI not racism, there will be bias. Again, there will be bias problems there. So what I believe is, let's not determine what human values are by individual or community comforts. Let's do it individually, like normal. Like what is the worldwide thing? You do not kill a person. Like isn't it so obvious? Like you meet any race, you do not kill them. We speak with respect. With respect is in every religion. The religion which does not follow it must be. That's problem with the religion, right? So every human, basic rules. What are you taught at school? Talk well to others, talk well to, talk well, help everyone. So look at these basic moral values which are supposed to be done by every human. You must help the needy. You must not, go ahead and do all this evil. You must follow. The religions have this concept of punya paak, curse, bone. Like there's something like this concept where some things are good, some things are bad. But as per me, the AI must be trained on basic human values. Do not kill everyone. Respect everyone, respect every races. So if we teach it to respect every races, it's going to respect every race irrespective of what they are. Now what they feel, what sentiment they have is irrespective or irrelevant if you see human as a whole. Humanity as a whole, a community cannot decide unless it's a majority of a problem. Like voting is what we see in everything, and voting is kind of fair. So unless we have a majority of votes, that AI must not do this. And if, say, 9 out of 10 communities say this community should not get it, that's a problem of us humans. Failing to recognize that we all are one, and we must align to similar goals. Our goals are what? Live well, progress, have progress of a nation, take care of the family. That's it, done. What do you need to do for that? Live a respectful life, live good life. Now there are there's the modern concepts which are confusing humans of various things. Like humans have lost the values. You can say that people's our ancestors, they worked and they were progressing towards a world which is more scientific. Today you see that's more diluted. Today's youth is more interested in living life than trying to build one. Like this is trying to deviate from the topic, but I can say that we must align AI to basic human principles. Basic to basic human principles. And that way AI will be morally good for everyone. Like which religion would not want you to treat everyone with respect? That would be a problem with that religion, not with AI.
It was a very informative and inspirational podcast, Anuj. What would you like to leave us with?
Well, I would like to leave you all with few questions which I want you to think and give your opinions on it. Firstly, do you think AI is going to help us in future? Like, do you think AI is going to be a friend or foe? That I answered it. That was my view. Now, I would like to have your view on it. Comment it down, share your views, and I will go through them, and I would really want to know what the youth is thinking. What category of people, what age group, and how their thoughts are. So the next question I would like to leave you guys with is, how do we ensure that data which is there is private? Like today, we all know how we use social media and all our data is everywhere. It's currency for them. There's no way that a company, social media company, could go from dust to trillions of dollars without actually taking money from the customers, because we are the products which they are using. So yeah, when AI comes into play, we are going to have unlimited power, unlimited game in the sense, the business, unlimited. So how do we then ensure that privacy is, fulfilled? Today, humans are controlling and we are unable to monitor it. Tomorrow, there'll be someone infinite times more capable, more strategic, more powerful than us. How are we going to tackle it then? Don't you think the approach would be to tackle it now? Give me your opinions and I'll get back to you as and when possible. Thank you, Ashish. It was a great time.
Thank you, and it was lovely having you here.